Let's unmute ourselves. Let's make sure we have audio. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Through the Pro FX. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcard Studio in a slightly different version of things here on the Monday after Thanksgiving. And we need a banner. We need a banner. All right. So we're going to wait a second, let a couple people show up, get myself tuned up here. Good morning. Good morning. If you're just joining us for the first time, I'm Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcard Studio. So happy to see you here this morning on this lovely, crisp day here in Maine, where I am flying blind without a capo. Well, I actually do have a capo. We're just going to tune up. We're going to wait for a couple people. Hey, what's up, Judith? All right, Judith's in the house. Representing Queens. You made it here before, California. How was Thanksgiving? Let me know. Leave a message in the chat and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Let me know what gigs you've been playing, Judith. What's been going on? How was your Thanksgiving? All that good stuff. And anybody else joining in? We're so glad you're here. Do our Monday thing. There we go. Sounded pretty good. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. My Thanksgiving was good, thank you. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time, and she wrote us a letter. You don't need a reason. You don't need a rhyme to write a postcard. 224 Anderson Street, just write a postcard. 04101, just write a postcard. To Portland, Maine, 'cause Grandma loves this show. Well, good morning. Good morning. It's Monday. Oh, there's my capo. There's my capo. I got a pick and a capo, and life is good. Life is good. So how's it going out there? Yes. What's happening? Thanksgiving was full of turkey. Good. Very good start. Very good start. And yeah, thanks for asking. My Thanksgiving was lovely. Had some family around. Did a bunch of crosswords with my parents who were out of state, and that's always a good time. Talked to my cousins and etc. We had a really good time. Had our neighbor over. Had 5 pies for 6 people. Brother-in-law Peter Van West came up from Rhode Island with his guitar Mimi. We had a good time. Peter's a songwriter. He also has autism. His songs are really interesting and cool, and he's not scared or difficult. What some of us would consider difficult chord progressions. It's all the same to him. It's great. He's got a great ear. So anyway, so that was my Thanksgiving. And so here's what's coming up today. First of all, if you don't already know, you can write to us, 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. We haven't gotten too many postcards yet. We've had a couple postcards and letters in that box, but when you feel like it, send me a note and I'll read it on the show. Let's see. So what's going on today? We've got Steals and Deals, a little bit different today. All right. The hunting update. Yes, it's the end. Hunting season ended on Saturday, so I'll have a hunting update pretty soon. And we've got a letter from Grandma from North Moldova, and it's quite long. So you don't want to miss that. That'll be coming up at 11:30. And then song stuff and things. And I think that's what we're about to do. We're going to have to do another song. And meanwhile, tell me how your Thanksgiving was. Leave it in the chat. And why not? Stick a stamp on a piece of cardboard and write a note on it to Jenny Van West Music, 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. One quick update is I think I've mentioned this last week. We're getting a piano in the studio. I teach free lessons for recent immigrants and their families, and have a nice little thing going down at the studio. It's been great to have a space there. But we got offered a nice piano. It's an older piano, and it's a nice one. And so that's coming on 10th of December through volunteers who are going to move the thing. Yes, experienced volunteer piano movers do exist. So Amy Thompson, founder of Porch Fest, all around good egg, works at Portland Adult Education. She's going to move it. It's coming from another Portland adult education teacher, Shoshana. So thank you to all of you for the effort thus far to make a piano happen for the Postcard Studio. Well, actually, it's called Studio 224. It's down at 224 Anderson Street. That's my new digs down there. And in order to sort of prime the audience for what is going to be a moving situation, I am going to move my little Postcard Studio down to Anderson Street, and so that I can have an easier time getting live people in the studio, which is something I really want to do. I want to do live interviews and music in on Postcards. So that's something to look forward to. So what I think I might do is make it as cozy and homey as you please, and it'll be a work in progress. I'm going to bring some of these beautiful postcards that are on the wall. Actually, I'll probably bring my entire postcard collection that's been accumulating since November of 2020. We're celebrating 2 years this month. So anyway, that's enough stuff coming out of my pie hole. There's enough pie going in my pie hole the last couple of days. I think I ate an entire pecan pie by myself. Just saying. And there was, oh yeah, tell me about what kinds of pie you had. All right, I want to hear about pie. All right, I'm going to play a song, and then I want to get a pie update. All right, here we go. All right. This is about a couple people who had a little too much on Thanksgiving break. A little too much fun. Well, I got $27 and a golden diamond watch from a pretty boy in Kansas City. He says he loved me very much. We got the snakeskin boots and we're in coats and we're running out of time. Leaving Kansas City on my mind. I got home late last night from a party on the hill. When I went to flip that light switch, I hadn't paid the bill. So I called up my friend Kitty to see if she was in. The operator said, no, Kitty, she's in the bathtub drinking gin. I got $27 and a golden diamond watch from a pretty boy in Kansas City. Says he loved me just a little too much. She got snakeskin boots and we're in boots and we're running out of time. Leaving Kansas City on my mind. To borrow, beg, or steal, I went down to the bank to help my poor friend Kitty, cause she's sitting in the tank. And they said, now darling, your collateral's not so hot. I reached into my pocket and I showed him what I got. I got $27 and a golden diamond watch from a pretty boy in Kansas City. He says he loved me just a little too much. He got snakeskin boots and we're in boots and we're running out of time. Leaving Kansas City on my mind. So when I'm feeling blue and I want a real good time, I head for Kansas City cause he loves me all the time. Haven't paid the light bill, we'll be dancing by the moon. Kitty is great, but she's gotta wait till we'll be there real soon. With our $27 and a golden diamond watch from a pretty boy in Kansas City. He says he loved me just a little too much. He got the snakeskin boots and we're in boots and we're running out of time. Leaving Kansas City on my mind. Yeah, we're leaving Kansas City on my mind. $27 for you there. Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcard Studio, which is going to be moving down to 224 Anderson Street. And you can send us a little housewarming postcard to 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. I would really love that. Let's see what we got in the comments. Oh, singing harmony. Hello. Thank you, Judith. Can't wait for Grandma's letter. Yes. All right, here we go. Baked a gorgeous apple pie covered with stars. That takes some effort. I love that. That is really cool. Thanks to your roommate Lily for doing that. Also, we had a recipe from Lily that I think I haven't posted yet, which is the cranberry one. I think I put it up on the screen when you gave it to me, Judith, but or something like that. Anyway, we need to have a postcards recipe book. I just think it needs to happen at some point. There's all kinds of stuff that could go in there, biscuits and pies and baked stuff. I think it might be a baked things kind of a maybe it's a bacon, beans, biscuits, and greens kind of a northern white soul food kind of a thing. All right, so here we go. It's 11:12. I'm Jenny Van West coming to you live for the Postcard Studio. Apparently, I have a little bit of a Thanksgiving hangover. Anybody else have a Thanksgiving hangover? I don't drink, but I feel like I have a Thanksgiving hangover. It was really a nice time. It was really a good time. It was a peaceful time. I hope you all had that too. I hope that you were able to celebrate in the way to which you are accustomed and the way you like. I hope it was a nice feeling with good people, or if you were by yourself, that you didn't feel lonesome and you watched your favorite movies and hung out and had a good time. So let's see. So we're in the in-betweens. We're in the in-betweens. It's not quite December. I've got these couple of days of November, and I feel like it's a little bit of a liminal state. Like there's this sort of finale feeling to Thanksgiving. It's kind of the end of the full harvest time and all that kind of stuff, and right before Christmas. But there's this little gap in there, and I feel like it should have its own name. Maybe we could create a liminal state holiday to have during this time. Maybe we'll call it postcards. Let's just do postcards. But before we before we do Steals and Deals, which is coming right up in a couple minutes, I wanted to give you a quick hunting update. So hunting season ended Saturday. It's been deer hunting season, rifle and shotgun season, and there were several trips out with the hunting party. There were deer seen, there were tracks seen, there were deer heard, but heard as in auditorially, and but one of our kids got a deer in the scope, but it was the wrong sex. There was a buck tag and there was only a doe. So, if you were rooting for Bambi and Bambi's mom, they won. They definitely won. So you can breathe a sigh of relief because we won't be going out hunting for another year and you won't have to hear about it until then. Actually, you probably will. But you can stop wearing your hunter's orange if you're not going hunting. But if you are going out in the woods in this time of the year, it is muzzle loading hunting season. All right. So the people out there who muzzle load with these muzzle loading rifles, single shot muzzle loading rifles. So do be careful, wear your hunter's orange if you're in. So yay, Bambi. All right. There's a Bambi fan chiming in. Okay, good. Okay. Still got the turkey soup to go. That's good. So anyway, it is time for Steals and Deals, and sort of on a theme. For whatever reason, I can't. The Steals and Deals from last week that we didn't get. I think the Hannafords and everybody took a break. If there were Steals and Deals to be had, I didn't see them. But this is a Black Friday sale from Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops. And there's some great stuff in here. So I just thought I would share. Black Friday sale goes through, what's today? Today is the 28th. Well, I think this went through yesterday, but you could probably talk them into it. All right, let's take a look. All right, first of all, you can go see Santa. All right, and there's even a QR code for visiting Santa. And if you look carefully, it says, scan code to make a reservation. Choice of contactless clause visit, okay? Choice of contactless clause visit. Just follow that and you can set yourself up for, oh yes, and it is Cyber Monday. Thank you for the reminder here, Judith. All kinds of steals and deals all over the place. If you are a musician and you are looking for something to do for somebody else, pass this along to your friends who are musicians who are trying to figure out what to do with Cyber Monday and Giving Tuesday. I need padded gig bags for my studio, for my students, for my free students. Dreadnought size or regular size. Dreadnought would be appreciated because I do have a bunch of dreadnoughts right now. I have a bunch of caseless guitars. People have been amazing about bringing me guitars, but we need padded gig bags. Okay? So pass that along to your friends who are looking to do something cool and take advantage of the sales. All right? And you know where to send it. 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. there's the address. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. I thought this was kind of cool. This is a totally fleece jean jacket. I am a denim kind of a person, black or blue denim kind of a person, but look at that. That looks super fuzzy and nice. $25, not bad. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, then we get into the really fun part. All right. So first of all, I want to talk about this Berber giant blanket or new cozy stripe Berber, your choice, $40. All right, I'm going to say go to Walmart unless you don't want to go to Walmart. But if you go to Walmart, you can get a cheaper one. Okay, these super soft fuzzy blankets that you can't get out from under. All right, here we go. Then we get into the toys. Let's look at the toy section. Okay, so we've got, there's a couple things I thought were pretty great. All right. Bait Shop Indoor Play Tent and Tunnel Set. $40 or club member price, $30. $29.98. There it is. It's a little bait shop that you can crawl through and your kids can enjoy. All right, you can pretend that you're selling bait. Thought that was pretty awesome for you fishing people out there. And of course, a giant stuffed fish, because who doesn't need one? $19.98. Stick that thing on a board and tell stories about it for the rest of your life. Okay, that looks pretty good. So does this Nitro remote controlled fishing boat for $40. That's a lot of money, but use it to catch real fish up to 2 pounds. Oh my God, it's an actual fishing boat that you can run a line off of. Oh my God, I think I need that. Anyway, somebody's going to have fun with that. And of course, there's toy ATVs because this is Maine after all. All right, and there was another thing. Oh, yes. Okay, so I'm not going to go on and on about firearms, but there is a special thing, air guns in here. All right, 1938 style Red Ryder pellet gun from Daisy, $34.98. We have one that costs $3 at a yard sale, but there it is. Red Ryder. If you've ever seen A Christmas Story, you know about the Red Ryder BB gun, okay? You can shoot an eye out with. All right, last thing I thought was kind of interesting, just because I don't even know what this is. There's all kinds of like mechanisms that you can get to help with your hunting. Plasma ion field generator, and I'm guessing that is to cover up the human sense, because deer are very sensitive and other prey animals are very sensitive. So I'm thinking that it makes it smell like a thunderstorm and makes them move around. I don't know what that does, but anyway, $149. You can figure it out for yourself. Okay, and that's the steals and deals for this week. All right, Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops. Thank you. That was very fun. I think my favorite is the giant stuffed fish. For $20. All right. If you're just joining us, this is Postcards. I'm your host, Jenny Van West, coming to you live for the Postcards Studio, where it's always 70 and sunny. And today is no different, but it's a nice brisk day out there. We've finally getting some cold weather. It was a little bit on the warm side yesterday. We got some rain. Almost done with the fall cleanup and all that good stuff. And I think I've done enough talking, so it's time to sing a little bit. Yeah, contactless claws. That's what I'm talking about. We're having a good time here this morning. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Be like Judith. Leave a comment. Now I know you're here. All right, here we go. So over the last couple of weeks, I've been starting to knock the dried mud off of my classic country repertoire, but this is a classic style country song that I wrote that I'm going to play for you. It's called Natural Disaster. Had a nice, quiet life, it all was going well. Friday night with the posse, life was mighty swell. Whoops. And through that door you stepped right in, those big brown eyes and all. And from that moment on you might as well have breathed fire, fire and been 110 feet tall. You're the tornado of my mind, the Godzilla of my heart. You're the Cupid from the Black Lagoon, the way you shoot those little darts. And every time you're standing next to me, it's a bad day in Pompeii. You're you're a natural disaster. I may never be the same. When you laugh and smile, every siren should sound. Because the way I feel is like a big old wave that could take a whole city down. River of hearts and happiness too. There's not a lot left when you get through. You're a natural disaster. I may never be the same. You're the tornado of my mind, Godzilla of my heart. You're the Cupid from the Black Lagoon, the way you shoot those little darts. Every time you're standing next to me, it's a bad day in Pompeii. You're a natural disaster. I may never be the same. You're a natural disaster. I may never be the same. All right, natural disaster coming to you live from the Postcards studio. I'm Jenny Van West, coming to you live from Portland, Maine. So happy to be here with you this morning. And, sometimes a person needs to take a break. And right now I'm discovering that I've forgotten to plug in my laptop. So I'm going to stop my camera for just a second. I'll be right back with my plug. Do 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 do. Old music. We're sorry that you're experiencing a longer than usual wait time. Your average wait will be 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27. Okay, there we go. Now we've got, all right. What? Okay, I'm back. Surprise, it's me again. There. Now we have electricity. That's a good thing. So I'm going to play another song. And I was going to play this one. This is a KFC. This is a favorite of mine from Hank Williams. I'm going to bring this mic up a little bit. And you need to learn that natural disaster song? Sure, go right ahead, Judith. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. And if anybody wants to take a Zoom lesson with me and learn how to play natural disaster with Judith, just give me a buzz. All right, here we go. So this one is when I got back into getting on stage and playing music, which was about 11 years ago. I can't believe it's been that long, but it has. I did it late one night during an event called Country Night that was raising money for my now favorite and fast friends over at Mayo Street Arts. Wonderful local community theater that I know I've talked about a lot. It's the home of the International Open Mic. I did my CD release there. It's in an old Lutheran, I think it was a Scandinavian church that has been renovated over time, and a theater built inside of it. Amazing place. And so it was late at night about 11 years ago that I played this song with Amanda Kowalski on bass and John Cooper playing other things. So let's see if I can do it right now. Let's give it a try. I'm a rolling stone, all alone and lost, for a life of sin. I've paid the cost. When I pass by, all the people say, just another guy on a lost highway. Just a deck of cards and a jug of wine and a woman's lies make a life like mine. Let's blame the woman. When first we met, I went started rolling down that lost highway. So boys, don't you start your rambling around on the road of sin, or your sorrow bound. Take my advice and learn to pray, or you're rolling around that lost highway. All right, that's about all I remember from that Lost Highway. To be continued, to be continued. Just coming to you live from the Postcard studio here, Jenny Van West, and with a little Hank Williams for you this morning. I've been having fun sort of digging back into these songs a little bit, freshening them up. They've been kind of falling out of the attic of a long time ago when I was spending a lot of time with these songs, and enjoying my new project with Jay Peterson to get some old school country songs going. We're going to be playing at Lenny's on Friday, December 23rd, out of Westbrook. If you're in Maine, love to see you. It'll be a fun little time. And let's see. So we've got 11:28. We have time for one more song before we read the mail, which is from Grandma. We have a letter from Grandma. Let's see. Let's do another one just like the other one. Okay, so I'm going to look this up because you know what? I think I'm coming up short. No, actually, I think I can do this one. I'm getting my repertoire back. You guys are my guinea pigs. I'm getting my repertoire back up. All right. This goes out to my kids who left yesterday. I've seen love go by my door. Never been this close before. Never been so easy or so slow. I've been shooting in the dark too long. When something's not right, it's wrong. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Dragging clouds so high above, I've only known careless love. It always did hit me from below. But this time round it's more correct. Right on target, so direct. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Purple clover, Queen Anne's lace, crimson hair across your face. You can make me cry if you don't know. But I can't remember what I was thinking of. You might be spoiling it, too much love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm doing, staying far behind without you. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm saying. You're gonna make me give myself a good talking to. Well, I look for you in old Honolulu, San Francisco, and Asheville. You can make me cry if you don't know. Well, I can't remember what I was thinking of. You might be spoiling it, too much love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Flowers on the hillside blooming crazy. Crickets talking back and forth in rhyme. Blue rivers running slow and lazy. I could stay with you forever and never realize the time and situations have ended sad. Relationships have all been bad. Might have been like the Lanes and Rambo, but there's no way we can compare all them scenes to this affair. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm doing, but staying far behind without you. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm saying. You're gonna make me give myself a good talking to. Well, I look for you in old Honolulu, San Francisco, and Asheville. You're gonna have to leave me now, I know. That I see you in the sky above, and the tall grass and the ones I love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Yeah, I see you in the sky above, and the tall grass and the ones I love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Let me try that ending again. All right, little Bob Dylan for you. No particular order. You're going to make me lonesome when you go. Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcard studio, where it's always 70 and sunny. And I've changed my position a little bit because we're going to be moving. We're going to be moving our nice little Postcard studio. It looks a little bit different, but I'm setting it up so that I can have down in the studio so that I can have in-studio guests more easily. I don't know if you remember, when I have guests in here, it gets a little bit crowded. So I'm looking forward to being able to bring in people from the area, people who are visiting artists, visiting musicians, and so forth, to come on to Postcards on Monday morning and just say, hey, howdy before they leave town. So more will be revealed. More will be revealed, but don't panic. Don't panic. I changed the address, but that's about it. And, we're going to change our location, but same show, same good stuff, same whatnot, same grandma. Speaking of grandma, we got a letter. We're going to read it in just a second, but you can write to us, and you can also write to grandma, and I'll make sure she gets the message. Postcards, care of Jenny Van West Music, 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. I have a nifty, tidy little black mailbox there that's just for moi and the main tool library, which I share an address with. All right, so it's the moment you've been waiting for. Grandma wrote us a letter. Now, if you're not familiar with Grandma lives in North Moldova, which is an island country off the coast of Finland. It's very cold and damp there in the wintertime and dark. All right, so she doesn't write to us as much, I think partly because it's just harder to get letters out. So anyway, so here we have a letter from last week. From North Moldova, general delivery. I think that's a hilarious joke, Grandma, because everybody knows each other on North Moldova. I think there's about 40 people living out there. North Moldova, general delivery, November 23rd, 2022. Dear grandchildren. Are you in the room, Judith? I got to make sure Judith's in the room because she loves Grandma. Yeah. Woo, Grandma. All right. Dear grandchildren, I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. Here on North Moldova, the storytelling season has begun. That is to say, long evenings by the peat fire and short days feeding and caring for the sheep who are now ensconced in the lower levels of hillside barns. Isn't that just poetry? Thank you, Grandma. These are not the huge barns of New England. Given our steep, rocky terrain, we build our barns low out of native stone, of course, facing south or southwest to benefit fully from passive solar heat. All barns are connected to houses. They never need to be heated due to the warmth of the sheep. In my barn, there are 40 head of sheep, 6 of whom belong to Old Lady Rudback, who lives just down the hill. I feel like Old Lady Rudback's got some stories to tell also, so maybe she's going to start showing up. I don't know. There are traditional stories that are told during this winter lull, the history of how we came to North Moldova from Astoria, Oregon, after the collapse of the canneries on the Columbia River, and also inventive fairy tales from Mac. Mac is our ferryman who keeps us connected during the more clement months of the year. The kerosene quota for tonight is almost up, so I must finish this letter. We are grateful to Mac's cousin Clint, who flies in and out once a week or once a month, depending on the weather, so that we can send and receive mail, and also Old Lady Rudback can take her regular trip to the bakers in town. Be good to one another, and know that I'm always so glad to enjoy postcards on the wireless. Please forgive my typing. Love, Grandma. There's your letter from Grandma. All right. Thank you, Grandma. We love you too. She's listening on the wireless, so you always got to just be aware that she's there. And in honor of Grandma, I have a special song for you. Because Grandma's got a great sense of humor. I thought it would be fun to start adding in some, well, of course, Charlotte. It has to be played on Charlotte. Adding in some Christmas stuff, some holiday songs. And I thought that Grandma would appreciate this one. She knows this one, I'm sure. And bear with me as I have the words pulled up so we can get this one going, all right? Some of you might know it, and you can sing along at home. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You could say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. She'd been drinking too much eggnog, and we begged her not to go. But she forgot her medication, and she staggered out the door into the snow. Excuse me. when we found her Christmas morning at the scene of the attack. She had hoof prints on her forehead and incriminating claws marks on her back. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You could say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. You see if I can get this transition. There it is. Now we're all so proud of Grandpa. Can't believe I'm doing this. He's been taking it so well. See him in there watching football, drinking beer and playing cards with Cousin Mel. It's not Christmas without Grandma. All the family's dressed in black, and we just can't help but wonder, should we open up her gifts or send them back? 'Cause Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You could say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. There it is. Now the goose is on the table, and the pudding made of fig, and the blue and silver candles that would just have matched the hair on Grandma's wig. I've warned all my friends and neighbors, better watch out for yourselves. They should never give a license to a man who drives a sleigh and plays with elves. One more time. And Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. And Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. And you could say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. But as for me and Grandpa, we believe. All right, there you go. Gonna work on my comic timing. But there you go. Grandma got run over by a reindeer on Charlotte the accordion. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcards studio. And I hope you enjoyed that recent attempt to play Christmas music on an accordion. I'm into it. I think I might have to work a couple of those up. Anyway, so if you're just joining us, welcome to Postcards. This is a write-in kind of a show, should you show desire. Postcards, care of Jenny Van West Music, 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. As you can see, my setup is just slightly different this week because we are slowly going to be relocating down to the new Postcard Studio, Postcard Studio 2.0. It's actually more probably like 4.0 at this point, isn't it? We've been together a long time. And I'm going to be set up so that I can have live people in the studio, which I'm really looking forward to. I've never really been able to do that effectively here. And so I'm looking forward to having the opportunity to get set up down there so we can just do a live show and have somebody walk in and be on the show. Let's see. Time for a song. Let's get the songs out, shall we? All right. Let's see. What haven't I played yet? I know Judith is listening, and if you ever got a request, Judith, let me know. Okay? I don't usually do that on this show, but I think it's just you and me on the live show today, and then we can entertain all the wonderful people that have been checking in. it's the in-betweens here in the Postcard Studio. And that what I mean by that is it's kind of this moment right after. It's kind of like the horn of Thanksgiving. It's just sort of this little bit of November that's left. That's before it feels like the next round of the holiday season really starts. But hunting season's over. Pie's gone. Actually, I think we still have some blueberry pie. Where's Diggy Cat? That's a great question. I haven't seen him this morning. So let's take a look here. I think I need to humidify this guitar a little bit more. Got some little buzzing going on. If you have, this is a 60-year-old guitar. If you have an older guitar and you want to think about humidifying, even if you don't have an older guitar, go to your favorite online store or in-person guitar shop and get yourself a humidifier. It goes down in the sound hole. You refill it weekly. It helps to keep your guitar healthy. Keep it in the case, unless you've got a humidified room, which is usually what I set up. I set up like a little humidor. That's happening this week because it's been taking a while for it to get cold here, and I've had a little more grace time than I was expecting. So let's see what we got here. It's a song about the in-betweens, not knowing what's going on. Sometimes we're just there. Standing in this darkened room, I don't know why I'm here. Some things that I once understood are not completely clear. That has made a silhouette of all that I hold dear, hanging on the shadows, and none of it is real. Know that you are with me, I cannot touch your face. And just tell a story in a world that's been erased. Darkness took the clarity, longing has replaced. Forgotten every answer, but these questions will not wait. And I don't know where I stand. I don't know just where I am. It's a missing door to a promised land. Broken lock and the key in my head. Every little bit's a bit too much, and every little touch a bit too rough for me. Whoa, standing in the light of what's been said, the moonrise turning the sea to red. It's impossible to know anything. 7 times the blindfold, 7 times the light. Day breaks through my window, but I'm still not seeing right. Caught up in the glare of all we thought we couldn't say. Can I let it go? And yet we've got to find a way. And I don't know where I stand. And I don't know just where I am. It's a missing door to a promised land. A broken lock and the key in my Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcard studio, where it's always 70 and sunny. Today's no different. You can write to me. 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. I have a tiny little black mailbox there with my name on it, and it's shared with the Maine Tool Library, which is one of the coolest things going. Whoops, there we go. Anyway, so glad to be here with y'all. It's 11:47, and what's coming up? I am going to be getting back to interviewing people, by the way. That's going to be coming up this winter. We've been in a long process of helping our neighbor move to an apartment building. And so I've been trying to, keep it manageable, keep going, keep saying hi to you guys. And there's going to be more interviews coming up this winter. One of the parts of that is going to be moving the Postcard studio down to 224 Anderson Street so that I can have people join me in the studio who might be touring, who might be living in Maine, but it'll give people a place to show up where they can be well lit and be on my show. And then I'll do all the mics and all that good stuff. So I think I'm going to play you this one. Ziva. Darkness in the morning, shadows on the land. Certain individuals aren't sticking to the plan, but I'm searching for a heart, searching everyone. We say love conquers all. You can't start it like a car. You can't stop it with a gun. Searching high and low for you, trying to track you down. Certain individuals have finally come around, and I'm searching for a heart, searching everyone. This ain't love conquers all. You can't start it like a car. You can't stop it with a gun. They tell me love requires a little standing in line. Well, I've been waiting for you for a long, long time. I've been pacing the floor, watching the door. Meanwhile, I'll keep searching for a heart, searching everyone. They say love conquers all. You can't start it like a car. You can't stop it with a gun. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Searching high and low for you, trying to track you down. Certain individuals have finally come around, and I'm searching for a heart, searching everyone. They say love conquers all. You can't start it like a car. You can't stop it with a gun. They tell me love requires a little standing in line, and I've been waiting for your lover for a long, long time. I've been pacing the floor, watching the door. Meanwhile, I'll keep searching for a heart, searching everyone. They say love conquers all. You can't start it like a car. You can't stop it with a gun. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little bit of Warren Zevon for you there on Postcards. Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcard studio, where it's always 70 sunny. Today's no different. You can write to us, Postcards, care of Jenny Van West Music, 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. Be happy to hear from you. Read on the show. We had a letter from Grandma earlier. That's also a thing. We had Steals and Deals earlier. If you missed that, just rewind. And if you want to know where to write to us, just rewind, listen to that song, or wait till the end. Wait till the end of the show. We're going to play it again. So I'm trying to think about what else I have to tell you this morning. I'd love to hear about your Steals and Deals. Do tell me. Send it on a postcard to 224 Anderson Street, Portland, Maine, 04101. That's going to be the new home of the Postcard Studio starting sometime in January. Maybe even as soon as next week. It just depends on how things go. It's going to be coming up, though. Wow. Got some real buzzing going on with this little baby. So if you're curious about humidifying guitars, this is a topic that I love to just, a bad human, no humidifiers. Well, here's the thing. That doesn't have to be true anymore. All right. Worst case scenario, I don't recommend this necessarily. I think it's good to go get a professional one. But if you're in a pinch, right? Money's an object, here we go. My Monday night pal that I never get to see, Rory Kelly, running a big sale on her merch. Okay, that's awesome. She has a great live stream on Twitch, and it's a ton of fun. I've been on it before. She's absolutely wonderful. Musician and singer and so forth, writer. But anyway, humidifying guitars. This one needs it. Just to educate the folks who may not know, guitars are made of wood, right? So they are made to soak up water. That's what they did when they were living, and that's what they do when they're in the shape of a guitar. So all of that ability to soak up water needs to be addressed when it starts to dry out in northern climates. If you live in a naturally humid place, sometimes you have the opposite problem. There's guitars that over time have been ruined by humidity in very damp and humid places, right? So depending on your situation, get yourself a little humidify. I forget what they're called. There are these little gauges. Humidity gauge. How about humidity gauge? Get yourself a little humidity gauge and see what's going on. Or find yourself like a little tiny. Get yourself a small, like a little half-pint mason jar. All right, and knock some very small holes in the lid with a tiny nail and a hammer. Okay. Put a rag in there, let it be a little bit damp. Make sure you wring it out so it doesn't drip everywhere if your guitar goes sideways or upside down, okay? But you can put it in the little compartment inside the guitar case and just leave that open a little bit, and that will let some humidity into your guitar case. Hopefully without, but do be careful so that you don't get water spots on your guitar. Or just run to the guitar shop. Or, maybe I should get Postcard logo guitar humidifiers. That would be a great thing. So anyway, let's do this one. I want to play this one. This is about the river I grew up on, but it's also about a lot of rivers. Those of you who grew up in the 60s and 70s remember the choked rivers of the United States. There was next to no control over protecting rivers. So this one is just in favor of protections. That this is a little bit about my story about how the Eagles went away from the Potomac River and then came back, thanks to, I believe it was 1973 when the protective water protection acts or whatever were passed. I need to get more up on that because this is something I want to talk about when I tour next year or the year after. I'm going to do a house concert tour of the United States, and I want to talk about water quality and how important it is. Water, the basis of all life. It's called Potomac Roll On. Potomac Roll On. Daddy, take me down to the river. Gonna catch some catfish for dinner. Gonna skip some stones with my brother till the sun goes down. Oh, sun goes down. I remember my granddaddy talking about the eagles and hawks flying up a river and their babies squawking from a mean old snag. They've flown away and they never come back. And Mama said, did you hear that upriver there's a factory, and you know it's never been said what they're doing there? What's going on? Oh, Potomac roller. Daddy, take me down to the river. Gonna catch some catfish for dinner. Gonna skip some stones with my brother till the sun goes down. Oh, sun goes down. And I remember my granddaddy talking about the eagles and hawks flying up a river and their babies squawking from a mean old snag. Flown away, but they come back. They're flown away, but they come back. They're flown away, but they come back. All right, a little something about the Potomac River there. Living in the land of rivers up here in Maine, I'm very acutely aware of how incredibly important rivers are up here. And in most places, you know, it's been a very few people living inland from the ocean that didn't settle on a river. Rivers are life. And when I was growing up, I remember choked out creeks. There was a choked out creek at the end of our street where I lived until I was 3. I remember going back to visit there because my cousins lived in that neighborhood, and that creek was dead. It was full of rusted out machinery and trash, and the water was orange. And we used to play down there. I wasn't supposed to, but I used to go down there sometimes. My brother liked to play down there, but there was no life in it. And 1973 rolled around and things changed. You know, the DDT had caused the eagles to disappear. Our national symbol had disappeared from the Potomac River that flows by Washington, D.C. They were gone, absolutely gone from the Potomac River. And when I was in my 20s, they came back. And I remember my dad talking about it. He used to go down there all the time. And he would say, you know, it's amazing that they've really come back. So anyway, there's my pitch for keeping those protections in place. Whatever we can do to protect what we've got in the environment, I'm all for it. Well, it's been a lovely time with everybody. We had a nice time hearing a little song, a little letter from Grandma, and some songs, talking to Judith, hearing about stuff and things. And if you guys want to know, go look for Rory Kelly. She's from New York, and she's absolutely wonderful. And she's got gratitude for 20% off of her stuff on her website. So good thing to know. Good thing to know. All right. So it's that time again. It's that time again when we must say goodbye. And all I want to say is just a hello and sigh, but it's that time again to sing the postcard song to you. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Just do it. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time and writes us a letter when she can. You don't need a reason. You don't need a rhyme to write a postcard to P.O. Box 1. To write a postcard to 224 Anderson Street. Just write a postcard. 04101. Just write a postcard to Portland, Maine. 'cause Grandma loves this show. We love you, Grandma, and we love you guys. And happy day to all of you. It's been great to start a week once again, hanging out with you guys on Postcards. All the best to you from Jenny Van West. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Same time, same station, steals and deals, whatnot, stuff and things. Holiday songs played on the accordion. What more could you want? Have a great week, everybody. Lots of love.